Welcome to Smiley Toon TV, the place where creativity meets joy. We explore fascinating ideas, ignite your imagination, and spark positive thinking, all with a smile. Ready to embark on a fun journey of discovery? Let's get started and fill your mind with happiness and inspiration. How to practice mindfulness, a beginner's guide. The 5-minute rule. In the heart of a bustling university campus, where the sound of laughter mingled with the distant hum of traffic, a student named Mia found herself overwhelmed. The semester had just begun, and with it came the avalanche of assignments, exams, and social commitments. Each day felt like a relentless race against time, leaving her breathless and frazzled. Mia had always been a diligent student, but the pressure was beginning to take its toll. Sleep eluded her, and her mind buzzed with anxiety, making it hard to focus on her studies or enjoy her time with friends. One afternoon, as she sat in the library surrounded by stacks of textbooks, Mia overheard a conversation between two seniors. They spoke animatedly about something called the 5-minute rule. Intrigued, Mia leaned in, her curiosity piqued. The seniors explained that taking just 5 minutes every hour to pause, breathe, and center oneself could significantly enhance focus and reduce stress. It sounded simple enough, yet Mia was skeptical. How could such a brief moment of mindfulness make any difference in the chaos of her life? Despite her doubts, Mia decided to give it a try. The following day, she set a timer on her phone to remind her to take a 5-minute break every hour. At first, it felt strange to interrupt her study sessions. The first time the timer chimed, she was knee-deep in a complex calculus problem, her mind racing with numbers and formulas. Reluctantly, she closed her textbook and took a deep breath, allowing herself to step away from the whirlwind of thoughts. Sitting in a corner of the library, Mia focused on her breathing. She inhaled deeply through her nose, filling her lungs, and exhaled slowly through her mouth. With each breath, she felt the tension in her shoulders begin to ease. The noise of the library faded into the background as she concentrated on the rhythm of her breath. 5 minutes felt like an eternity at first, but as she settled into the practice, she began to appreciate the stillness. It was a small oasis of calm amidst the storm of her academic life. As the days turned into weeks, Mia continued her practice of the 5-minute rule. Each hour, she would pause, close her eyes, and breathe. She discovered that these brief moments allowed her to reset her mind. When she returned to her studies, she felt sharper, more focused, and less overwhelmed. The anxiety that had once gripped her began to loosen its hold. It was as if she had discovered a hidden reservoir of tranquility within herself, one that was accessible with just a few mindful breaths. Mia also began to notice the world around her in ways she hadn't before. During her breaks, she would take a moment to observe the vibrant colors of the autumn leaves outside the library window or listen to the distant laughter of students enjoying their day. These small details, once overlooked in her rush, now brought her a sense of joy and connection. She realized that mindfulness was not just about finding peace and stillness, but also about fully engaging with the present moment. Encouraged by her progress, Mia decided to share her newfound wisdom with her friends. One evening, she invited a few classmates over for a study session. After a couple of hours of intense work, she suggested they all take a 5-minute break together. At first, her friends were hesitant. They were used to powering through their study marathons without pause, but Mia insisted, and they reluctantly agreed. As they sat in a circle, Mia led them through a simple breathing exercise. They closed their eyes and focused on their breaths, inhaling and exhaling together. When they opened their eyes again, she could see the surprise on their faces. They felt lighter, more energized. The tension that had been etched on their brows melted away, replaced by smiles and laughter. It was a small shift, but it sparked a conversation about the importance of taking breaks and being present. Word of Mia's 5-minute mindfulness practice began to spread among her friends and classmates. Students who had once been consumed by their workloads started to embrace the idea of pausing. They began to share their experiences, each discovering their unique ways of incorporating mindfulness into their busy lives. Some opted for short walks around campus, while others took a moment to sip tea in silence. The collective shift created a ripple effect, reminding everyone that they didn't have to be constantly productive to succeed. As the semester progressed, Mia's grades improved, but more importantly, her overall well-being flourished. She found herself enjoying her classes more, engaging in discussions with a newfound enthusiasm. The friendships she nurtured deepened, and she learned to appreciate the beauty of shared moments, whether in laughter or silence. The 5-minute rule became a cornerstone of her daily routine, a reminder that life was not just about achieving goals, but also about savoring the journey. One day, as she sat on a bench outside, watching the sun dip below the horizon, Mia reflected on how far she had come. The chaos that once consumed her had transformed into a sense of balance. She realized that the brief moments of mindfulness she had initially approached with skepticism had become an essential part of her life, a tool for navigating the complexities of being a student. Mia understood now that even the smallest acts of mindfulness could lead to profound changes in one's life. The 5-minute rule was not merely about taking breaks. It was about cultivating a deeper awareness of oneself and the world. With that awareness came a sense of peace, a reminder that amidst the demands of life, there was always room for tranquility. As the stars began to twinkle above her, Mia smiled, grateful for the journey she had embarked upon, one mindful breath at a time. Thanks for tuning in to Smiley Toon TV. If you enjoyed today's journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to keep the smiles coming. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep this adventure going together. Stay positive, keep smiling, and let your mind wander. 我係 Ski 爺，我咁樣